So why you still texting her on Snapchat if it's for Billy? Billy got a Snapchat. You don't need your phone to be on for Snapchat. All you need is some internet. I don't care if you were shivering in his boots. We should Hey guys, I am back with another video, period. What it is, I'm so excited. Y'all, I love recording videos, like I don't understand. But what it is and what's up, y'all, I'm back like I never left. I'm back like I never left, because I never left. You feel me? I've been here, done that. I've been there, and that's just that on that, period. What it is and what's up, y'all, I'm back with another YouTube video, and today, as y'all can see from the title, I'm gonna be telling y'all the story time about how my ex played me with somebody off Monkey. Are you serious? Are you for real? For real? So let's jump into this story time, because I was trying to find something to tell y'all, but I didn't want to expose all of his business like that. So let's just get into it. Let's just jump into that subject. So y'all, let me tell you what happened. So basically, me and him were dating for a long time. I'm gonna call him Bob. Like, Bob, what is you doing? Bob, if you watch this video on gang, you better put the thumbs up. So while we was dating, we was probably going on 8 months. So we was going on 8 months or whatever, and so we was going on 8 months, like finna jump into that, like a few days, literally, like maybe we had probably like 3 days. I know it was close. So then, y'all, with me, I just have senses that tell me stuff. Like, I can sense, like, y'all know when y'all get that gut feeling, or you get a feeling just in your body, like say you're finna get on a roller coaster. Like, I had that feeling, and I probably had that feeling for about a good 2 or 3 weeks. Like, I probably had it for the longest, and I was like, why do I feel like he is cheating on me? Why do I feel this way? Like, I just couldn't like get over it. Like, I was just like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, what? So then I was like, let me just get on Snapchat. So I logged into his Snapchat, and even like me and him was going, like, me and him was on and off. So even when we wasn't together for them little hours or the day, I always had the password. Like, the longest we went broken up was probably about 3 days. It was inseparable. Let me just tell y'all that. So whatever. So then I started going through Snapchat. Yo, when I say y'all probably gonna say I'm crazy for this, but like every female that he had on Snapchat, I started going through the messages, like starting from the A all the way down to Z. I promise you, it took about maybe like 30, it took some time. But I went through every single female. Like, I looked at every message, scrolled up, trying to look at the history, looking to see if they was texting now, like looking at every single thing. So then I got to the M's. Tell me why I clicked on this Michelle girl. That was her name. And I wasn't gonna click on it at first, because I was like, why am I doing this? Like, because I was already at the M's and I still didn't find anything. So when I clicked on her name, I started scrolling up and seeing these messages, and I just texted her. I'm gonna tell you how I got her number, but I texted her just now to see if I can get if she still got the screenshots, because I don't have no more. I was looking at their messages. They talking about meeting up, exchanging phone numbers, everything. She didn't even stay in Huntsville. She didn't even stay where I was at, where we was at. Oh, when they was texting and exchanged phone numbers, I guess they got on the phone or whatever, because something like that. Then I took her phone number, I jabbed it in my own phone, because I had 2 phones at the time. Now I got 3. I'm big balling like that. I'm trapping. I'm playing. But look. So then I dialed the number in my phone. So I'm sitting there like, should I call? Should I text? Because, you know, I was a little nervous. I'm like, is this real life? Like, and I'm not even the type of person that's going to confront another female. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do to see if the person is lying or not. And at that time, I knew he was lying. So when I decided to call, you know, it's ringing. And she answered. And so I'm sitting there like, do you know Bob? I remember I called him Bob. I was like, do you know Bob? And she was like, who? And I said, Bob. And I said his last name, because on Snapchat, he had his full name on there. So when I said the last name, she was like, oh yeah, blase, we were supposed to be meeting up, but blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, this is his girlfriend. By the way, he had lied to her that he had graduated high school, that he was 19. First of all, this boy didn't fail 2 grades. He supposed to still be in the 10th right now. And she's like, oh my God, for real. I didn't know, like, she was just automatically saying, I didn't know, you know, whatever. And she gonna watch this video too, because she subscribed to my channel. We had a whole conversation. Like, we was on the phone for a good 45 minutes. But yeah, so after we cleared that up and I was like, yeah, I'm his girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't believe he did this. I was like, girl, we going on 8 months. You know what I'm saying? So then when I hung up with her, he was at work. And when he went to work, like, it was so long. Like, he went to work from like 6 a.m. in the morning all the way to like 6 at night. That's how long he was at work. And I was like, oh my God, like, you know, I'm stressing because I don't know if he's gonna text back. So then I hit him with them screenshots. I was like, who is Michelle? I sent him her Snapchat, and I sent him the phone call. I was like, who is this? Blah, y'all been texting, so don't even try to act like y'all wasn't texting. Like, you know, when you hit the person with the screenshots and you got all the information to prove it. I had her on the phone, everything. So I had her on my other phone. I was like, I called her back and I was like, stay on the phone because I'm fin to text him to see if he know who you is. So when I call her, we on the phone and me and him texting. This little boy, I guess he didn't know, like, I just sent him the screenshot of me on the phone with her. He gonna text her and be like, did a girl just text you? For real? You're still gonna go back and text her? So he texted her talking about, did a girl just text me and her on the phone, right? So she telling me everything he's saying. So she was like, yeah. She responded, yeah, to him. I said, so you're gonna sit back and text her? He said, how you know that? I said, boy, we're on the phone right now, like, but it's not comprehending in your brain. So I was like, me and her on the phone right now, that's how I know. So then he was like, for real? I was like, no, just kidding. After that, he gonna text her, going off on her, cussing her out and stuff. He was like, you a op, calling her to be everything. Like, he was going off, talking about, why would you tell her that we talk or whatever? Like, because she had told me everything from the jump of Monkey. This is what she told me. Oh my God, my phone finna die. This is what she told me. They was on a Monkey app, right? You know how people just going through. And she said, he was on there and he called her phone or whatever, and then they exchanged phone numbers. And then she told me that he was trying to meet up with her. He tried to meet up with her at least 3 times, but she always like made up an excuse because, of course, how you just gonna meet up with somebody you met off Monkey? She was smart about it, but she's like, he always tries to meet up with me and link and stuff. And so I confronted him, like, this was later that night when he got off work. So I was like, okay, because he wasn't owning up to it. Then he stopped texting back. You know how boys are. So then after that, when he got off work, I was like, so what it is, like, what's going on? And so we were on the phone, and I was like, so are you, like, I said, you was lying? Because I had always asked him, if you're going to waste my time, just break up with me. We don't gotta, you know, stay together. Even though, girls, when we say that, we don't really mean it. But I do mean it, but I don't. You feel me? So after that, after I had like went off and kept talking, like, I was going off because I was like, why would you sit there and lie? Like, my little heart broke in half. Like, so then here he come with the lying. He's talking about, oh babe, this was for my homeboy. I promise you my homeboy was on the phone, but he needed my number because his phone was off. Are you serious? Like, no. And then his homeboy was with him, Billy and Bob. We're gonna call them Billy and Bob. So Billy was over there talking about, whispering, talking about, tell her, like, that's all I heard was like him trying to tell him something. So then I was like, I can hear y'all whispering. You feel me? Like, I remember these moments so well. I was like, I can hear y'all whispering. So then he was like, it was for Billy. I promise you it was for Billy. He was just trying to get her to come. And I said, so why you still texting her on Snapchat if it's for Billy? Billy got a Snapchat. You don't need your phone to be on for Snapchat. All you need is some internet. And so he was like, because Billy was scared. I don't care if he was shivering in his boots. You still should have never been texting her. Like, what are you not comprehending in your brain? Y'all don't understand how mad I was. So then I was like, what happened after that? I think we just kept arguing because I was like, I'm trying to figure out why in the world do you gotta text her off Snapchat? And then it wasn't even him, because the times, like, when you look at the times and stuff, you were, because he had, I think when I had looked at the times, he had texted her that day. And so, but you can always clear conversations off Snapchat. So I guess he had texted her that day, and that's what really made me mad, because I was like, you was at work today, or was you? Because you lying. So after we got that all cleared up, I had called her back, and I was like, make sure you block him everything, because I'm not playing. And I was like, if you don't, I told her straight up, I was like, if you don't block him, then I'm gonna just block you off his Snapchat. Because me being dumb and in love, I did not break up with him, even though she was like, you should break up with him, because that's wrong. Like, you know how other people are trying to make you break up with your boyfriend because she want him deep inside? No, baby, that was not gonna happen. But I was so stupid. Like, I stayed with him, and eventually, you know, time passed. But like, that was just stupid of me to think that I was in love with somebody who was trying to meet somebody off Monkey. For real? You were trying to find love off an app? Are you serious? So then, guys, after that, I think I got cheated on like 3 more times by him. Like, y'all, I was so stupid, honestly, and I don't know what I was doing. Like, I guess I was just blinded. But that's the end of the story time. No cap. Make sure that y'all subscribe, like, and comment, all that good stuff. And thank y'all for 200 subscribers. And make sure that y'all be sharing these videos too. And make sure that y'all look in the description box below and look at my Instagram, because I do be asking y'all what videos y'all prefer to see. And make sure that y'all watch my latest video, which is also in the description box too. And yeah.